Hey, look, another race themed Lego set. Yay. So, contrary to my intro, I'm not tired at all of racing stuff. Just keep them coming, Lego. But it's very curious when you look at it. It reminds me a bit of what's happening with space sets. They're everywhere across every theme. And Speed Champions this year, we had a lot of racing focused cars. They're across technique. So yeah, we're getting a lot of those, and I'm not even sure if I have. No, there's no more. Oh yeah, there's one more that I still haven't reviewed yet. So today it's the race car and car carrier truck set 60406. First impression is really good. There's a lot of good stuff here, and it's city, so you know what to expect. It comes with the car and the truck. Both are very racing inspired, and there's a lot of good stuff happening here. So let's take a quick look at this. So first off, the car. So this is pretty much what has been happening with the race, more inspired sets for Lego City. It's the same kind of vibrant colors, 6 white cars, a bit exaggerated in certain aspects. There's a lot of influence from the tuning and custom car scene, like Fast and the Furious, probably a bit exaggerated. The only thing missing is really the neon lights underneath. But yeah, it's they're fun, and it's what us kids would always want to see, something a bit more toyish but still grounded in reality. A bit like a lot of the Hot Wheels cars that sometimes could be very exaggerated but looked fun and looked really nice. You can see that this kind of design has been around also with the custom garage set, with the one you can remove the bumpers and change stuff, and even though you cannot do that with this set, it's in the same line. So yeah, this is not race car per se. There's no numbering and the livery. It's pretty much the suggestion of vinyl and decoration, the logo of the team. You can see this as some kind of brand that has a race team, and they do performances, or or they just go to auto shows and have the cars there to showcase their technology and their products. I would say this is probably for me, and when you look at the box, you see perfectly that it's meant to be raced. I would say something a bit like what Travis Pastrana and Ken Block would do with those performances, like super powerful cars. So yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff happening here. A little diffuser on the back. Nice color blocking with the black and the teal and the pink. I mean, what's not to love about the pink and the teal? So much Miami Vice in here. And yeah, it's little engine block with the air intake on top. Very exaggerated, very, very nice. And yeah, so yeah, the interior is pretty simple, one person. And it's fun when you look at Speed Champion 6 wide sets and how much that kind of bleeded into city sets in the last years, where you can see most of the city cars, like the ones you see on the €10 sets, like the police cars or whatever, like the electric car. It pretty much influenced how our city cars are built nowadays. This one is nice because there's a little suggestion of rear view mirrors, and it's proper. It's proper. Then we come to the pièce de résistance from this set. To me, this is the nicest part of the set. This comes as a bit of a more generic, because not because it's a generic car per se, but because you already see these represented somehow throughout the last year. You see plenty of the designs that are similar to this one, but not to this one. And this kind of tops the set, and I really really like it. There's a lot of really curious design choices, be it on the building. So the building of this was really satisfying. This was okay, but this was, yeah, it was typical Lego where where things come together nicely. Yeah, the color scheme is really good. The blocking of colors is really good. The logic behind certain things is pretty damn good too. And there's other things that, for me, when I saw the first images of this in the press release photos, I was, when you look at photos that are renders, which is most of the time nowadays with Lego, and for products specifically, for packaging and for media, unless you see a kid next to the toy, it's all render. But anyways, yeah, so I wasn't too sure about this 2x2 rounded brick. I wasn't really that too much into the grill here. That I would prefer was different, probably a horizontal pattern instead of this one. But you know what? This is supposed to be exaggerated, over the top, and yeah, it fits with the theme perfectly. And if you ever went to shows with those kinds of showcase cars, they go the extra mile to be over the top. And when I looked into it that way, I felt like, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, how aggressive is this print right here? And the color scheme, I mean, it's and when you look at the pyramids that keep the car on top steady, it looks so very punk. I mean, I like it very much. The exhausts are super over the top. I mean, you look at them and you can see the black smoke coming out of it, so that's amazing. The wheels and the wheel inserts with the print are really nice. They fit in really well and give it the sporty look it needs. Really big fan of these on this set. Yeah, so overall, and the graphic design of this is really really good, and it really portrays that kind of race truck. So that's the thing, and I can imagine that just like this car, this truck is super powered. So yeah, I mean, I really like this, and it brought so many ideas for myself to create some stuff based on this. And yeah, there used to be a lot of racing trucks back in the 80s and 90s, and I feel like revisiting those sets with this approach. So yeah, really like this big diffuser in the front, and yeah, it's really nice. So driver sits in the middle. There's a little console thing with the RPMs and typical. And of course, the little functioning part, which it's really well created. The angles are pretty good, and even though you cannot really, it's up to the imagination. That's how it works. And yeah, the car stays there perfectly. It's really steady, and this makes it's a 2-part playset. And I really enjoyed it because of that. It's its own thing, and yeah, really really enjoyed this one. In terms of minifigures, we have two. We have the race driver with little helmet here, black helmet. It comes with a hairpiece. Thank you. And the race suit is pretty decent. Really like the silver on the back for the logo. So the team has a logo, as a color scheme, and you'll see it across the set, but not just the set. I'll get back to that. And so yeah, it's pretty proper. And with the truck driver, we have a nice kind of leather jacket with a t-shirt, also with the logo, and just a bit of silver for the zipper. But yeah, so hat is really nice, prints are really nice, no alternate faces, but that's perfectly fine. Yeah, it is what it is. Two figures, pretty decent, pretty good actually, and they top the set really well. So as I was saying, there's a little connection between this and another set, and actually two other sets. If you look at the box, you can see here there's this green and orangey look, which is found on another set for this year, which is Air. Is that the brand or the team? And so there's that connection. But not just that. I reviewed this set some time ago, and I talk about the relationship between this livery and this team with an older set from 7 years ago or so. But the other race card also is related to a racing team, which is this one right here. Actually, you can see both race suits are exactly the same helmet, same everything. So it was really nice when I saw the connection between both sets, and so yeah, that's why I wasn't gonna buy the go-kart set, but when I saw those connections, I was like, oh, this is really nice. And it's really cute how you can just, you know, carry around your kart on this one too. And it fits perfectly, of course, since it's smaller than the race car. But it's nice to see that the team has more tricks up their sleeves. Who knows, they probably even have racing planes. Think about that, Lego. So yeah, so I really like that these two are connected also. So it brings a bit more of, at least for me, that I like the connection, and I like the coherence throughout the Lego City line. It's nice. It's a bit like Octan. Octan at one point became Octan when Lego stopped doing business with Shell, and so they created their own energy brand. So yeah, maybe this team will go far sometime, who knows. So all in all, I have to say that, yeah, if you look at in terms of value, I think the value is here. I still think that sometimes 30 euros seems too much, but I'm a sucker for 10 euro cars from Lego City, even Technic, the 10 euro sets. And yeah, I would imagine this costs 20 euros by itself. There's a lot here. It's substantial. It's heavy, like, yeah, proper heavy. So it makes sense. It would be 30 euros for sure. And I think I bought this when it was released. So I got some really nice sales at the start of the year. I'm not sure how much I paid, but I probably paid. Oh, actually, it was there was this thing happening in Intertoys. Yeah, I managed to get a really good deal, plus some road plates that were giving away with 40 euros worth of Lego City sets. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff really making this a even better deal. But still, at 30, I think it's a pretty nice set. And when you add up, yeah, the piece count, which I'm not too sure about, but you look at these 10 euros and you look at the 20 euro sets, which are probably more or less the same as this, it makes sense. And for me, like I was saying, this works like its own playset, you know, and it's fun. 2 figures, you can do a lot of stuff here. Plus, it's really cool. So yeah, I really like this one. So yeah, overall, really nice little set, a nice addition to Lego City. And this year they're really going strong with a lot of racing stuff, which is nice. Maybe that won't happen next year, so yeah. But overall, I really like the set. It's nice. I don't see anything that could have been that better. And yeah, really like it. Works as a playset. Yeah. Everything is here on one set to have fun with it. So yeah, and that's my take on it. So yeah, hope you find this useful. If you liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. And see you on the next one, which should be, spoiler alert, another Lego CD set. Oh yeah.